How did this young swimming star of competitive swimming come to film?
MGM did that.
And how did that happen?
They had watched the grosses on the Sonia Henney pictures. And that little ice skater, a champion, every little muscle of hers, and they watched that pretty little skater, and they said, let's just melt the water and throw a swimmer in there.
And how'd they know about you?
The newspapers. Before television, Larry, they used to have something in the LA Times and the, let's see, Times Mirror was it called? The Examiner.
Yeah,
we used to have three papers here in this town.
So what happened in the newspaper that got you to
MGM? They used to have regular sittings. I was with the LA Athletic Club. They found you like talent scouts found talent all over, for movies, for Billy Rose's Aquacade, which I starred in. MGM came up to see that show, and they were so surprised to see girls swimming to music. We called it water ballet then. And so they talked to me, and they said, we're going to make you a star. And I was a little turned off at show business because there was a carnival atmosphere to this, being 3 inches underwater at all times with the water on the floor and a broken cot. That's where he was cheap. And a broken mirror. And I said, this is stardom. And MGM said, you'll love MGM, nothing cheap about us. And I said, convince me. So for a whole year, Johnny Hyde at the Morris office called me. And I finally said, I was working at Magnan's then. And I said, don't call me at work. Yes.
You were selling at the department store?
I was stock girl. I was hanging stock, taking pretty things like this, like my St. John's knit, and hanging it in a wardrobe department. And then they, because I didn't have any clothes, they said, wear anything you want. So that was a good, kind of nice thing, a little bonus. It was just fine. I was very happy. I was studying to be a buyer.
And they called you in, and what was your first movie?
Well, first I had to get past my Clark Gable screen test, and that was...
He did the test with you?
Yes. And I always wondered why. Because he was such a big star. He had just come off Gone with the Wind. Rhett Butler was sitting there right before me. And...
Why?
I heard him. He brought Carol Lombard in with him when he came to do the test, and she sat right under the camera. Those two were my two absolute favorite. I was a teenager then.
Do you know why he did the test? Did you ever find out?
I found out when I remembered. I said, what did he say when he was there? And why did he have Carol Lombard? And it suddenly occurred to me when I heard him say, as he was leaving Stage 30, I told you I was going to kiss me a mermaid today, he said to Carol. And I became known as the mermaid on the lot after that because Gable had said it. And he kissed me about 5 times, and there wasn't a single kiss in the test. It's something one doesn't forget, especially when you're 17 years old.